Good morning, everybody. Oh, let me move this. Good morning. How is everybody today? How are you? Let me check my sound. Miss B, good morning. Is that too loud? Is that okay? Miss B, if you want to come, I did put a link. There you go. Thank you. Miss B is joining the stage. Ah, and Miss B, did we expect anything different? I
I
didn't.
the man, the little leprechaun today. I said, that little leprechaun.
I got better names for you.
That's my nice name.
I know. I know. Let me just say good morning really quick. And to the people that are here, good morning, Juanita. Juanita's saying good morning. No one's surprised, I'm sure. And let's see. Hi, Belinda Jones. Welcome in. Hello, Carla. Yes, it is. It turned out the way we expected. Vanetta, good morning. And Dolly did ask a question this morning about the videos. This is my first day of the last leg before I reapply. So yes, to answer your question, Dolly, even if you're vacuuming the floor, it doesn't matter. Anything you guys do, but we do it every time. So this is the last time. But I shouldn't say last time. I think, don't you have to qualify, Miss B, every month?
No, I don't. Once I got my 4,000 watch hours, that was it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I mean, I have like millions of watch hours, but it's for the chat, but they are different than the earn hours. And before, they didn't tell me what I needed. It just said reapply.
Mm.
So this morning when I looked at it, it said ensure 4,000 earn hours. So that means as of today, this is my last leg
To
before
get your
September
4,000 watch time hours.
1st. So yeah, they're putting me through hurdles, and I have no idea why. It's like, what did I do to you guys? Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Gwen. How are you? Please hit, smash, tap, poke, or push the like button. Light it up. Hit the like button, please, everybody. Good morning, disciple of Jesus. Good morning. Donna Robinson, welcome in. I'm glad to see you here. Hi, Ruth. Welcome in, Ruth. Welcome in. Passion of Dentistry is here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to all you beautiful people. Good morning, Trap Star. Angela Atkinson, good morning. Was there anyone that was surprised? Anyone at all? Nope, I didn't think so. So, Ms. B, tell me what you're thinking. I'll tell you what I'm
I
hoping.
was I
If
was
you can.
hoping for that Wayne would have just a tad bit more sense. But when I seen that it was only Wayne in the room with the attorney, I know this is all about a skit. Of course, it's
Yes,
a skit.
it's a skit.
It's just a skit. So I just told myself at that point, yeah, this is just a skit because there's no way that you're going to negotiate with an attorney when you got an attorney.
Exactly.
He said you never do that. You don't negotiate with an attorney if you have an attorney. You don't do that. But yeah,
Mm-mm.
so I'm like, okay, Wayne. I thought Wayne would be, he was impressed. He was happy that they came together,
Yes,
but
figured
he
that.
wasn't, yeah, but he wasn't happy that they came together against him.
What were they gonna do?
No,
Just
I'm
let
just
him.
saying, no, he like, yeah, y'all got together and made a decision, but he wasn't happy that them, what drove them together was them going against him. But I felt like you should be, you've told them never to, don't operate out of emotion, operate their
Exactly.
business. And guess what? They were operating out of business. They were
And
looking,
he
that was
still said
business
no.
decisions. And he said no. And he has the right. But guess what?
They
Each
have
of
the right to
them
walk
also
away.
has the right to say no. They can walk away.
They can walk away. He's got 2 weeks to find 5 more women or 4 that he can exploit, because he has already said he's going to bring up their storylines. And he has, as the puppet master, intertwined all of their lives for the most part where he fit into their storylines. So
Right.
if they walk away, he has no story. He'll have to use regular
He'd have to
invites.
find some other people to do it. And I mean, but it's a skit though, so they're all going to
We're
do
going to look at it as a skit. I told myself that this morning also, Ms. B.
it.
But, I'll tell you what I really would like to see is for Amber to get up and say, okay, and leave. Tell him she quits. Let's see
And
how
she
many
might.
people look to see. Because they know that she's got the money to start it. Delicia knows she's got a suite right down the hallway. Might be a smaller suite, of course, but there is a suite. Wayne can be stuck with his 200,000 podcast room, and they can cut him out of their deal. Now, he says he's got the name. Well, Amber's got the marketing specialist boyfriend. So let's see if anybody thinks of that. I mean, that's my take on it, but he didn't surprise me one bit. The only thing that really surprised me is that he never mentioned that Lauren, from a personal stance, told that they were hiring an attorney.
Well,
Now,
he ain't gonna throw her on under the bus until he needs to.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll hold that until he needs it. And once he needs it, it'll come out in one of those little ways that he just throws information out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll throw it out there. It'll come out, but he'll throw it when he needs to throw it and not when anybody else thinks that it's necessary. Yeah,
So Shayla learned from the best to keep her whole cards, right?
Oh yeah, keep her whole cards and throw it out when you need to. Just like say the little stuff on the side when you need to. Plant those little seeds when you need them.
When you
and
need
that's
them.
what she does.
She learned, and I'm sure he said they're both savages. Let's see, what do we have in here? So, I don't know. Did they give us enough to chew on today?
Yeah, I did. Well, they didn't. Well, of course, their second skit, he's like, no, no, no.
Jen says exactly. It's a skit. The real podcast already being promoted, so the contracts are already inked. Yes, they are. And good morning, Showing Love is the Way. We have a new subscriber. We have 2 new subscribers.
Okay.
We have Takesha, and we have Showing Love is the Way.
Okay.
And
hello,
I want to welcome
ladies. Takesha and Showing Love is the Way.
Yes.
I see Showing Love is the keys to where I see her thing. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very, very much.
How they found you? They found you. Yes.
Did the algorithm find you? Showing Love is the Way. Did they point you to my channel, or did you just find it? Just curious. Not that it doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here. And let's see, Dolly. Angela, yes, we already knew the Wayne effect would take over. Wayne has the name, but we need Dave to market him. And since he's with Amber, maybe she can market herself if she really wants to do a podcast. And this is only in the skits, not in real life. We know that the real life is set to start on September 1st with the same 5 women. And simply Miss Nay. Hi, Renee. How are you? Hi, Nonya. Hi, Miss B. I thought that Wayne set them up to show their business side. They did. He said no, and I think Wayne does not believe they will walk away. Hoping Amber and Steen reignite their old podcast. Me too. Me too. I agree. Because he keeps selling her short because he doesn't think she's grown up yet. I do believe that's the problem. And he thinks that because Dave is a man, and this is my supposition, he thinks that because Dave is a man, that he's going to side with Wayne because that's what Anthony does. And I think he believes Dave is going to do the same thing.
Well,
And hopefully that won't be the case.
Stop hoping Amber walks away, because Amber's not going anywhere.
You don't think so?
She ain't going nowhere. In the skit or out of the skit. We know out of the skit it's automatically she's there, but she's not going anywhere in the skit. So we might as well stop hoping against hope and making ourselves upset.
I'm not going to stop hoping, but I'm not going to get upset, Miss B. Because you know what? I'm actually over Wayne. I mean, in all ways, I'm over Wayne. Yeah. Wayne can just do what Wayne does, and honestly, I don't care anymore, because he's gonna write it for him to win.
For him to win at all times, yeah.
But I would like to see her walk away.
Yeah, it would be nice, but she ain't going.
Her, Delicia, and Tamara, except we know Shayla would run behind her.
Of course she would.
So
it'll be everybody but Lauren, but yeah, they're not going anywhere, and they're
Shirley,
not taking away.
Shirley said using my word, woo child. Somebody used that the other day in one of the skits. I think it was Amber. Woo child. Somebody did, and I just kind of laughed. It's like, who says woo child? But I guess maybe a lot of people. I don't know. But I'm done with Wayne and whatever they throw us. But I do think there's going to be some kind of twist. I don't know what it's going to be, but hoping against hope. But I'm hoping there's some kind of twist.
It may be.
So, and maybe that would be Dave saying, if you really want a podcast, I'll market it. Mm-hmm. Because I'm sure he knows a lot of people, and I mean, that's my take on it. My hope is that they leave him flat. At least 2 or 3 of the women leave him flat, because he only has until September 1st to find somebody else that he can get dirt on, because he's going to exploit their stories. And he's already told them, but it seems like they forgot.
Yeah, they forgot. Well, I mean, they know, I think, but yeah, they're not thinking that far out right now. They're thinking about, and of course, the way he even went about it is unbusinesslike, if I could say that.
It is.
Because you don't wait till the last minute to give a contract like that. You should have,
after taking the pictures and
you've almost gotten verbally. You got the acceptance, but now all of a sudden they have to sign a contract, and what you're presenting them, daggone well, that's not a good deal. It's not a good deal.
And that brings me to...
And they would be fools to accept it.
And I think he believes that they are fools. They are women. They don't know anything in Wayne's eyes. And I believe that. I think that he thinks that women are just good for a couple of things, and business is not one of them. Just like he told Lauren, you put on a business suit and now you think you're a man. Mm-hmm. That's that old chauvinistic stuff that they want back, I guess.
Yeah, see, and the 2 things. Erica's old man, that little thing.
The Ivy League guy.
Yeah. Today, wasn't in today's skit? In today's skit, he said, "Where is Kevin Samuel?"
I heard him.
Need him.
I heard him.
That's number 1. That shows that that's what's in there. Number 2, that new person that's doing the reviews, Derek Jacks or whatever.
Oh yeah, the one I've never watched. Yeah.
Okay, so has to be a reason. There has to be some kind of tie with that manosphere and these skits, because this is, to me, this is beneath him. He had a successful, very successful YouTube channel, very successful, a couple of years ago. Had thousands of female followers because he used to give relationship advice. He was giving real advice. He was not in a review setting.
And now
Why
you're
are
doing
you
reviews.
stepping down into reviewing, into doing something for skits when you had actually real life? I think he probably never really even lost all of his followers because he had a large loyal following. He got caught up with some, cheating on your wife stuff
Mm.
way back then, but he was going against that and telling women how to be with men and different things like that, giving
Mm.
advice to women to be better in relationships. And come to find out, he wasn't always practicing what he was preaching. But
Oops.
so those two things today, I'm like, oh, and I thought about him coming into this atmosphere. I'm like, why is he here?
I'd
Because a
say
person with that caliber, they wouldn't come into this genre.
I'd say politics. And I think that quite a few of these people play politics.
Yeah,
And
but
right now, as we know, for the last however many years, that's been what's on the table.
mm-hmm.
This type of politicking. And
Well,
I'll
this
leave it
type
there.
of
Thought
yeah,
process.
yeah, the thought process. But yeah,
That's what's
those two
been.
today, I'm like, why are you bringing up Kevin Samuels? Ain't he been gone about 3 years now?
Not well. I'm not going to say anything ugly. I almost did, but
But no,
I
I
think
mean,
it
I
has.
know who he is, and he told me now because I'm a high value man. Okay, and
I wanted to see Erica smack him one, but not yet. She's going to get him, but not yet.
yeah, because I was I said
She's
this
going to
man
get
right
him.
here. When they said he put hands on her, I was like, I know this fool did not do that.
I
Is it
can't
that?
see it. I
I
think they're
know.
going to send D to the rescue.
That's what I said, D, and I was like, if you just want to scare him, just send D with somebody else. But if
Mm-hmm.
you want him taken care of, Pick is your man.
And the thing
Send
about
Pick
that,
on the job.
exactly, Pick would love to take that job messing with Erica. Um, I also think that he is showing what you learn in certain Ivy League schools, as we already know, because they want to come out like the YT people.
Oh yeah, that's definite.
So that Al guy, I can't
But you
wait till
know,
he gets his.
but he don't want that white woman who wants him.
Exactly.
She
like
wants
like Darren, where he had Lisa, and now they're getting a divorce.
mm-hmm.
So I want to read Trapstar's comment. He
Mm-hmm.
says, "I'm also miffed that Wayne writes this like he's the only rich man and celebrity in the world. There are plenty of celebrities in ATL they could partner, or they could pay or partner with to use their brand." And yesterday it caught my attention that when Delicia said, "So if I sell a tube of lipstick, I get nothing on it," and it was a yes, you get nothing on it.
Yeah.
So they're just getting nothing but that little tiny stipend of a salary, basically at this
Basically,
point.
they're employees.
And but they're not. I mean, they are consultants, and he's just giving them a raw deal.
Yeah, they are. They're either you can call them consultants.
Consultants are co-creators, but
They're not co-creators because
they're
he's not
not
going to give them
co-creators.
anything on the in the credits or anything. Their names will not be there as
No,
co-creators.
I
They're
I
hosts.
understand that. I mean, the work that they did, is that not co-creator work? I understand that they're consultants, that they are, because they're not employees of his. And he has an at will clause in there, which surprised me.
At will, and I thought about it and I wrote it down. At will equals employee.
And that's what they're not. And if they're going into this, and he's written that contract like they are employees, because I am in an at will state, of course. And if he wrote that contract that way, I haven't heard any of the women mention that this is an employee contract.
Shayla did.
Did Shayla?
Shayla said what? So I think it was one of the skits yesterday. She's like, we're employees.
That's what it amounts to.
That's what it amounts to. Yeah.
So,
When they asked that question, it's like Shayla's like, yeah, we're employees.
and the lawyer didn't pick that up. The attorney didn't pick up that they're basically employees of his if they sign that contract to come to work.
I guess she did. That's why she went. That's why she wanted to go and talk with him. But I mean, it's at the end, it's going to be up to them. If they sign it, they sign it. She can't tell them not to.
No,
But
she
they
didn't tell
are
him not to.
basically, yeah. Because I thought about it, and I'm like, an at will
That's
is
employee.
that's an employee. That's not a partnership or a contractor or anything.
They're not
like
going to get
that.
any
An
investment.
independent consultant.
So at the end of the day, if they sign this, they become his employees, which is why he has total control over everything that they do. Their life, their personal life, their business life, their clothing. They have to buy their own clothing. There's no travel. There's nothing. It's like these are employees. So if they sign
But
it,
an
they work for him.
But employees also have certain rights.
And they also have open-ended, unless you are, what do you call employees that a limited term employee? And with a 3-year stipulation, that makes them limited term if they're employees or consultants. That's a limited term contract.
Mm-hmm.
And he can renew the contract
or not.
If he deems that he wants to do that. So it sounds like he's got two things wrapped into one contract, except they're not going to get anything. And Shayla was leaving so late that one night, it was dark outside. Did she get paid overtime if she's an employee? Because consultants don't typically get paid if they work to get a particular task done.
And he said they're being paid for their appearances.
That's, yeah.
Almost like they're not getting paid for time that they're putting in doing other things.
No.
So every day they're going into that building, they're not being paid for that.
They're not being paid.
They're only going to be paid for when they're doing their podcast or if they're doing things that are related to the podcast, as he calls an appearance, like if they have to go to wherever to an appearance. But he said that's what they're being paid for. So are they being paid to go to that office every day?
Exactly. No, I doubt it.
Be there.
No. And the thing is, he's got two shiny balls. One is be here, do all this work. I'm not paying you yet because the podcast hasn't started, but be here at 7:30 on Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is, well, I get 3 years, but you don't get 3 years. I get to say where this goes. So the entire contract is written in his favor. And if they stay, they're all honestly foolish.
Right.
But I think he's depending on the fact that he believes that they want money. And he's not even paying them that much. Exactly.
Like, am I getting paid to sit here every day? Because
and look beautiful.
A business that I can be running. Delicia and Amber, they have businesses that they can be running while you sitting here taking up my time.
And Delicia even pointed out that she makes more money on her social media in a day.
Yeah. Doing what she does. Yeah.
So let me take a look at some comments. I think my other question is, so why would they stay there?
I don't know.
Well, Angela, yeah, in real life, I'm sure they have a contract. I mean, but we're just, basically talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a better contract than that. They got a better contract than that to be on the skits.
To be on the skits, exactly. Antoinette. So, I refuse to get upset with this man anymore. Maybe he just loves making the audience upset or
Yeah,
making
he
them.
likes making the audience upset because he know we be trying to do real life versus skits and all that. That's why I said this ain't nothing, and Wayne getting on my nerves.
Well, you know what, Wayne? You're not getting on my nerves anymore because I don't care at this point. But one thing I'm not going to do is stop being an Amber follower. I'm an Amber fan, and I'm going to keep it that way. So if you think you're going to run Amber fans off, think again. Think again.
Yep.
I
And
won't unfollow her, but I might stop watching you.
so
I,
yeah, and it's almost like he did the zero, like Anthony. It's zero.
it's zero. Like, I mean, the fact that they just want to treat women like they're such dummies, that's the part. And so you try not to look at real life, but is this
But
how
they
you
treating them
think?
like they dumb.
Yeah, he's treating them like they're
One
airheads.
day they're smart women, and the next day you treating them like they don't have no sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, two of the people in the room do have some business acumen.
Yes.
You know that, period. And you know both of them do.
I
They
wonder
both.
if he thinks that Amber would dare to walk away from him.
Mm,
Depends on what day it is for Amber.
yeah. Now he know he
Antoinette.
got Lauren in his pocket because she ain't going nowhere because she needs $20,000 person. she
And
she
at a
needs a
better
20,000.
apartment.
She trying to earn her purse.
And Antoinette, good morning, Antoinette. Antoinette says, I believe Lauren already messed up for the ladies because she went back into a Wayne that they had an attorney. Yes, we have come to that conclusion. Absolutely. And it didn't do her a bit of good. And she even got moved out into
the park.
Shania and Tony's old apartment. Welcome in. Hi, Shirley. Good morning. She says, welcome, new chat mates. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Iris. Hi, Nonya, Miss B, and Chatterers. Wayne is a D-list celebrity, no offense. But it's not like he's Kevin Hart, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Find another celebrity personality if that's what they're looking for on a podcast. And I guess my question leads back to Cameron. Who does Dave know? Who does Dave know that can connect him with marketers if Amber decides she wants to leave?
I'm quite sure he knows somebody. I guess he was in LA for quite some time. So yeah.
It's gonna, I think there is going to be a twist of some sort, because this is just the skit line. Even though we know in real life that their contract is no doubt nothing like this, because the branding, and Amber did say her branding on the real podcast, and she named the company, and it was on the poster of who the brander is. So it is up there. It's posted on September 1st. And then Amber said, this is who her products are being branded through.
Oh, okay. That's who's going to good for her brand. Okay.
Okay. And then, Dolly, yesterday when Dave said to Amber that 25% was a generous amount, I figured Wayne wouldn't agree to giving them 25% of the podcast. Exactly. Right. That is exactly what Dave meant. And that's why he had that funny look on his face, because he probably knew Wayne was not going to do it.
Right. But even though you don't give, it's a negotiation. At the end of the day, I think I explained it too when I did one of my reviews yesterday. Basically, I used to work at a place where we used to make sales. And part of that was we could give customers discounts. Now, we had in our pocket always a 10% discount, regardless of whatever. You always had a 10% discount or whatever. But we would tell employees, never start there.
No, you don't start at the top.
You don't start there. It's like you start at 5%. And people be like, but I don't understand. It's like, because you don't give it away. It's your money that you're getting ready to give away.
Exactly.
So you don't even lead with it.
Don't lead with it.
Tell them, give them 5% and say, I can give you 5%. they don't know that that's all you can do, whether you can do more or less. Like,
That's,
so always start below what you want.
mm-hmm.
And of course, they're starting below what they want, but they're starting at 25. And you automatically expected Wayne to go lower. That's why the lawyer was like,
Yes.
she expected him to go lower. But Wayne say no. He's like, no, but who would start at their bottoms, at their ceiling? Who
No,
starts at the very, like, oh,
no
well, I
one.
only want 3%. And so you can tell me
That's the
0.
bottom. And then he also gave a clue when he said bronze is sometimes better than gold. That was a big hint right there that they are not getting anything in this part of the presentation of the skit or the contract.
It's over.
You know, when I worked in the hospital and I worked in the billing portion, we had the ability to write off $9,999 off of a patient's bill, depending on circumstances. You think I would have started out at $5,000 on a bill because they disagreed? No, no way. So you start out with this
You
little bit
always
of money.
start out lower.
You don't start out in the middle and you don't start out at the top.
Right.
You just offer what you think and you keep listening, and then you make your determination from there. They're going to raise holy heck. Then I have to get clearance to give them,
Little bit
$7,500 off or whatever. And it's the same thing with a contract, discount or brand percentage
any
or
kind
whatever
of
it is.
negotiation, you always, even the divorce negotiation, it's the same thing.
Exactly, the
Because Amber
divorce
keeps
negotiation.
saying 50 doesn't mean that it needs to be 50. And Anthony know that also. That's why he gave that week.
Yes.
And then see, what I thought about was Wayne told Anthony, when Anthony told him about what he offered Amber, and he said, "You think she really gonna take that?" And he laughed
We
at
started
him
laughing at
because
Anthony.
he knew better. But you gonna sit up here and offer them a contract
Mm-hmm.
that's
That's worse
than that, please.
So, as far as their chauvinistic ways, I think at this point I'm just going to ignore Wayne because I really am over him and his Kevin Samuels foolishness.
Yes, and they were bringing up his name now in the skit, and I'm like, oh my god.
I mean,
we don't want to hear Kevin Samuels.
Who's behind the skits? I mean, that would be, for me, an interesting question. Or is it just the political climate? Yeah, we're not. So it's the cooking, it's the contract, it's all of these things to push us back behind.
Yep.
Who's behind it? But we don't
need
to
That's what I want to say. I almost think maybe Wayne did give up a portion of his, he said somebody offered him money for his skits and stuff for his platform. So I wonder, I'm almost wondering if he didn't sell it.
That could be. And so why not pander to us, since we're one of the hardest groups to get?
And the thing is that there's an assault on Black women in this country.
Yes. So why not pander to us?
Why not get us through this? Because it's starting to look like that. It is starting to feel like that. Like they're targeting, that's what they're doing. So
yes, that's exactly what they're doing.
If we didn't catch it on quick enough, we're catching on, y'all. So just be careful on how you do it, because we are kind of smart. We, as our leader, the country leader, can call us low IQ.
No,
that's not really it.
It's not real.
Not
and
really.
then also, this is almost the end of a certain era, we hope. And so why not push it now to get the narrative into play? Because if they're able to push it now, then who knows what the next group of people are going to do. So go after the 92 percenters and push this narrative. Thank goodness we don't have to go through that part of it, Miss B. That part.
Yeah, that part. But yeah, like so, y'all keep your eyes open because something is happening. I
It
don't know.
is.
It's something's happening.
You're talking about the cooking and then this contract and
And then the
moving some
Kevin
woman
Samuels
into
is like,
another woman's
why?
house.
Why are we
I'm
talking
sorry,
about
Miss
this
B.
man? Ooh.
I mean, if we really think about it, it'll give you a headache if you look at this and you say, this is really what they're doing. Because I wonder how much truth is it to the fact that now Wayne claimed he's coming back to his skits, but did he come back for another reason?
Mm-hmm.
Is Wayne still writing these skits or did he sell it?
Or is he? Yeah, is he still producing a lot of this stuff?
And if so,
And he's just the face of it.
he's the
And
face.
somebody else is behind him producing some of this stuff. Is
I
that
think
really?
so. I do.
We can figure it out real soon. It's gonna start looking real easy for us to figure it out.
Because they're repeating the same storylines. Now they've got the Ivy League guy. And just if we pay attention to all the little nuggets they're dropping, it's very, very clear what's going on here. So that's why when we say real talk, we need people to pay attention to what they're doing in these skits. You've even
Yeah.
got you've even got hope and faith talking about having a baby for someone or getting money to be with someone, gold digging. These girls are still in high school, but they're pushing that in the teenage storyline.
Yeah.
Are they just really just trying to manipulate people? I say yes. I say yes. And then let's see, showing love is the way. I was on your live the other day. Yeah, you were. I know. I saw you. I mentioned you. And I read
Oh,
your
okay.
comments. You don't
Yeah.
remember? I mentioned you. We talked about your comments. I remember. And I think I gave you a shout out for being new. You and Takesha were
Okay.
there. Another young lady named Takesha. So don't worry, I don't forget names. Hi, Belinda Jones. I don't forget showing love. And Belinda Jones says, agree. Amen. I agree. Please walk away. Angela says, maybe in the skit they will walk away. I hope they do, Angela. I truly do, because Wayne's not expecting them to walk away. That would be the surprise
That
that
he's
catches
not.
him. Right, Miss B?
Yeah, that would be a twist.
It would be a twist.
After he talks to them, they say nope. I call them the podcast five.
I like that, the podcast 5.
The
I
podcast
like
five.
that.
I'm tired of calling them the podcast girls. It's like these are not
And these
girls.
are
Oh,
women.
okay.
They're not even girls. It's
Okay, so
actually,
Wayne is
yeah.
down here. Let me listen to this because he's down there to my they came up with something and everybody seemed to be pretty happy.
Okay.
They're gonna
You guys
need
want to pull
some
up your phones or did you already see the new skit? Yes, Trapstar. That's what I'm saying. It looks very political. I'm going to bring up the new skit. I can't show it. I don't show it yet. But I will once I get monetized. You guys, please, I need your help. This is the last cycle I have to go through because every 28 days is a new cycle. So here I go again. And I think I'm so determined now, Ms. B, because I've worked so hard. And then I had to incorporate the new rules.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why'd you pick me? And then this one lady said, sometimes it's done by lottery. Because the person that copied my channel, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
I'll leave it there. Let's see. What did Wayne say?
I'm trying to read these
I'm
captions.
going to look at the captions on here, guys. Everybody, if you haven't seen it, let's take a look at it. I'm sorry I can't put it on the screen yet. And I don't like anything. Let's see. Bear with us, okay?
So I think he told them that he's giving them what they want, basically.
He's proud of them for sticking together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's giving them anything.
I think he is, because the what's the name shows them all being happy. The thumbnail.
The
Because he
thumbnail
told the
usually
attorney to go down there and talk to them. Somebody took such a
he's
troll.
saying usually when they show the thumbnail and people are smiling, it's the opposite, Miss B. I don't know.
Okay, we're setting them up for epic fail, setting them up to watch them.
He loves the energy, blah, 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 and they're all happy. He's not going to give them, he's not giving in, I don't think. Come on, hurry up, Wayne.
Okay.
Sorry, chat, trying to see what he's saying. Amber, walk away if he says no. He hasn't told him anything yet that I see, except giving him a bunch of sugar coating. Oh, he's just leaving. He didn't tell them anything. He didn't tell them anything.
Okay, so
they got to find out from the lawyer that he said no. Did Amber hug him? I hope she didn't. They think they won something?
yeah, they think they did. They do. They think they won something.
And the attorney's going to come down and tell them he said no. Yeah, he didn't tell them anything.
He didn't tell them.
Mm-mm. So the attorney has to come and deliver the bad news.
So I'm reading the yeah, he hugging all of them.
Like he already stole Shayla's artist. She got one check for $10,000. That man doesn't care. Is he a crook? What is he? I don't know. I don't want to talk about him.
Yeah, he said all that and didn't give them anything.
Yes, nature. The political climate is being brought into the skit world. True nature, they're showing women as if they can't do nothing but depend on men. They want to take us back to the 1900s. That's what I keep saying.
Mm-hmm.
Simply Miss Nay, Miss B, I noticed they keep mentioning his name. Oh, Kevin Samuels? No, yeah, no. Hi, Kenyatta. Now I understand why he retired from comedy. Yeah, I think he sold the skits because the storylines are very much directed toward where a woman should be. He definitely sold this about a year ago. He came back probably as part of the buyout contract. I agree with you. And who was it? There were quite a few, and maybe that's why Roe left. Exactly. And there are quite a few people who are saying that he did sell it, and he claims when he retired, he said he loves the skits. That's why he's going to be on the skits. I think he sold the skits because the writing is even totally different.
Yeah, some of it is definitely different.
When Wayne tells the girls him and the lawyer came up with an agreement. Yeah, the agreement is a no.
Zero. Oh, and he praised them for coming together, and I'm glad y'all came together and all this stuff.
And they're jumping the gun, just like
And
Amber
they're
jumped the gun
happy, like
last
they
month.
really got something, and now they're gonna be told no, and they're gonna be Wayne. I guess we'll turn off his phone.
Of course he will. Miss B, you want to read some comments?
Okay, I guess I'll go down to the bottom and work my way back toward to the top because it's a lot. Um, Dang, I was just getting ready to get that one. Donna says, Wayne did the usual pep talk, but he isn't telling them that he didn't agree to their
Exactly.
negotiation. They're fools to keep playing in his world with his games. Yeah.
Yes.
Erica Yvette says, I think the skit still belong to Wayne. I know some of the characters, and I have not heard any one of them saying that he sold the skits. He done. He got some other people. He got something, someplace where they're changing
The writing is all over the wall that this is political.
yeah, that they're
This is a
changing some.
political climate that started 4 years ago.
So
And now
pushing
they're hitting us.
for award the T. That's definitely a setup. Dolly says we have 76 watching, 56 likes. Come on, let's get some more likes up in
Please
there.
hit the like button, everybody. You know, Ms. B, before you continue, I really hate to see that of all things, skits you want to include in politics, because that's exactly what they're doing. And if Wayne sold it, the people who work for Wayne are under probably NDAs not to run their mouths.
Of
And
course.
maybe that's why Rolanda is not telling what really happened. She's telling things, but she's not saying that specifically. It's why they have non-disclosure agreements.
Yeah, they do.
And Wayne will steal anything from anybody.
So she said, yes, Angela, Wayne is good for stealing and making money off of it. Okay.
He is.
Simply says basically he's gaslighting them. Of course, we all figured that out now because trying to figure out what is he saying that sounds so good, and we knew otherwise.
And when anytime you see on the thumbnail people are smiling, think about it. They're not the skit is not a happy skit.
Yeah.
Watch the thumbnails that they put on these shows. When they're frowning, then the skit is usually good. When they're smiling, it's a no.
Trap Star says he sold the skits. Then when the views dropped, he went back on tour to try and get the numbers back up again. But going on tour is not going to get his numbers up. He had to come back off tour and what's the name? Be in the skits more. Because when he's on tour, he's not in the skits really. He does like a cameo here or there. He's not really on them. But if somebody bought them and then when the views went down, they brought him back in. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't do it because it's not mine anymore. You bought the skits and you bought my name, but you didn't buy my you didn't buy who I am. You didn't buy my personality. Yeah, exactly. You can't buy me.
And maybe that goes hand in hand with what I've been finding on Instagram. And I did mention it last night, but I'm not gonna go into all of that, how certain people are being snubbed on tags and stuff like that, because maybe they're not on board with the nonsense. And so somebody else will tag the people or person that's not been tagged.
Oh, okay.
And then Rolanda,
I don't even do Instagram and all that social media.
Well, the reason I do it is because there's a reason for all of this going on. And that's how I keep up with. I mean, Instagram is a little different than Instagram is the personal space. I think that a lot of these people use
That
versus
they use,
Facebook, and and they don't even come on YouTube really. So that's why I look there,
yeah.
because that's where you find, their real life. I mean, they can put what they want, but you can tell that they're really talking about their lives or what they're going through. Or somebody will get out there and say, oh, well, I had to tag this person because they were left off the tag list. Makes you wonder who was left off and why, but she tells us who she did it for. So yeah, there's a lot of that. And if they're going to go political, that's not where I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with these nasty politics. So it's hard to do the skits from a, a, a center point perspective when you see that it's leaning right.
Right. And you don't want to be involved in that. So we would all exit, and then you lose your audience. They'll lose their audience, and you didn't get your investment from Wayne, whatever you gave him. You tried to tap into the wrong audience.
Yeah, this is not the right audience for whatever they're looking for.
Y'all got them people at the churches, those right wing churches. Please stay there.
Yeah,
you can't even go into a black church in most neighborhoods and get that message across. You can't.
Booed out of that church.
Yes, you get booed out. Number one, because black women are the most people that are in the black church.
Exactly.
And you can't go up in there and try to, you can't do it.
And sell this.
You can't
like
sell
the one football player sold his story at the congratulations ceremony for the team, and people were furious about it. Because it's like you go in there and tell this whole group of women that they might be happier being at home, being a housewife, and they just graduated from college. I mean, if that's what he wanted to do, and if that's what his family wants, that's fine. But you walk into a room full of women college graduates to tell them they can stay at home and be housewives. So when you hear, hi honey, you're at home with the 2 or 3 kids, but I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
Is that what we're looking for here? Because I'm not turning this into political. I'll find another niche. We already have an idea about a podcast, so I can drop these skits. Stephanie would be more than happy to start on the podcast. And if that's where they're going with the skits, good luck.
Angela, I'm not going to read that particular, and I'm still being politically correct.
Which one?
She got one about Wayne, and I don't know that that's true, so I won't put it out in the airways.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, I just feel like that's alleged.
That's alleged.
Please put allegedly and stuff like that, because that could be dangerous. Like, you can't say.
Yeah, we have to say alleged.
Caller says Amber shook his hand. She didn't give him a hug. Okay. Dolly says Wayne told the attorney he had something else to do, and she could tell them. He did tell her that. So he just went downstairs so that he could do what he did, and then disappoint those ladies at the end. But
let the attorney do
girls. They're not. That's why I stopped calling. That's why I changed the name, because I was calling them podcast ladies. People saying podcast girls, but I'm like, I call them the podcast 5 because it makes them sound like they're a gang. They are a gang. Podcast 5. Leave us alone. Coming to your television. Dom says, what are they celebrating? This is dumb. They should have waited for the lawyer, but they didn't. You don't know what you don't know. Aminati, what's her name?
Aminata. I say Aminata.
I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Or you can say Amina. Okay. She said Amina is fine.
Amina is fine. Okay. She says, Jen, I just was over it. I have loved the skits since he used to post them on IG. These days, the way he's pinning Denisha against Amber turned me off. Hey, it's a lot of people being turned off. Some days I'd be like, am I even doing a skit review at this point?
Yeah, some
Because
days
I
we don't
used to
even
be
feel like doing it.
excited to do it, and then some days I'm like, really, I'm not that excited to do this.
And that's sad. And maybe they don't want skit reviewers. Maybe
It's
they just want people to watch it and believe it.
like, no, I'm not going to just watch it and believe it, but it's like it's taxing to your spirit
That's what I'm saying, Miss
when you
B.
don't feel it.
That's why I actually like doing the lives versus the skit review / reacts, because unless I look at a different storyline, like I do like the Roan, Damien, and Sade, because they remind me of Martin, Gina, and Tommy.
Oh,
And it's funny. They are funny.
yeah, they are
They're
fun.
not in the studio anymore or anything like that. But they are funny. They got lost in the woods. I did my review yesterday it was basically a mashup of, I think I chose 4 storylines that seemed to get bookended, or like Piari told Shayla she's not drinking anymore. And
Right.
Shayla was offended. She wants her to stay the way she was. She wants her to stay in the dark. She likes Piari, the Piari she knows. And why didn't she go back to the man's house that she got pregnant by? She doesn't know
She
Piari was
doesn't
talking
know who
about
the
cancer.
man is.
Exactly. But Shayla was very confused and rolling
Yeah,
her
she
eyes. Like,
was.
she was confused. Like, what do you mean you're going to stop drinking? You can't drink. That's basically who you are. Like, people can't change.
Right. And that's one of the themes that is in these skits, that people cannot change. They don't change who they are.
And that's what Shayla portrayed yesterday. Her looking and talking to Piari like, well, what are you talking about? What do you mean you're not going to drink anymore?
Because yesterday I seen somebody and they were talking about something that Amber did a long time ago about trying to get in between Ro and Mike, and then her saying now that she doesn't like women who do that. So in my mind, I go to, can people change?
Mm-hmm.
Just because you did it doesn't
Yeah,
mean that just that same person who did it back then, and
exactly.
maybe
You
you
grow.
despise yourself for
Yes.
doing that, and you've changed.
Because
So
what if
I'm
we
like,
never grow?
yeah, because you never grow. If you can't change, you have to change.
You
That's
have
like,
to
so maybe
change.
she despises herself also because she sees that she was that type of woman at one point. She
Mm-hmm.
may not be, but she said, thank you, Nature, and Podcast 5.
I
Yeah.
like Podcast 5. I like that too. Podcast 5. Plan B is to walk, says
Yeah,
Bountiful
plan
Soul.
B is the. Now I wonder if they
That's
have
the
a plan
plan.
B.
Well, they did. That was going to be to get rid of Lauren.
Yeah, but they need
That
another
was
plan B.
it. Was Plan B. It
They
was
need
Lauren. It was Lauren. Not Lauren. It was Delicia and Amber's Plan B to get rid of Lauren. Now maybe Plan B should be for all of them to walk away, and Lauren, you can stay over there with Wayne.
Yeah. But they couldn't get rid of Lauren, and definitely Delicia knew she couldn't get rid of Lauren.
Yeah, that's true. And Dolly says, I had to watch the humor of Damien, Ron, and Sade again to laugh at Dee walking in the house smelling Sade's cooking and saying Sade left Rome home and homeless with no food.
Food,
That
yeah.
skit was funny. He's all in the pots. Damien was, because he got used to her cooking. Here we go with the cooking again.
Right.
And here we go. And they didn't know what to do because she didn't come back for 5 days. They couldn't go to the grocery store. They don't know how to
But
make
then when
noodles.
she comes back, Ron fixed a whole steak and asparagus meal.
Yes, he did.
So
And he made her a milk bath.
right. So were you really starving at the house when she wasn't there?
No, they were exactly. That's what I was
Were
saying.
you really starving?
Were you
Because she
really
came back
starving?
and you made her a beautiful meal.
Because he could have did it, but he wanted Sade at home so she could do it.
Right, but you weren't starving because
No, Damien said he was starving.
oh well, you go to the all them women you got over there now.
Yeah, he wouldn't
And
come
see
over.
which
He
one can
wants.
cook.
That's why I call him. That's why I call him Martin, because he wants to come over to Gina and Tommy's house to
Mm-hmm.
get what he
And eat.
wants. But Gina's not home. Well, what do did you see where he popped Roan upside the head for
Yeah,
telling Gina the truth or telling Sade the truth?
Sade the truth.
He
Yeah.
said you should have lied to her,
So
and Roan said no. He said that's why you're in the trouble you're in now. You should have just
you
lied.
a lie. But
So that I will look at that because if that's where they're going with this skit line and the whole woman in the other woman's house and
the
black
woman in the
women don't put
kitchen.
up with that BS. I mean, it's like when I first saw it, I thought, oh, Wayne didn't do this, but
See,
maybe Wayne didn't do it.
I don't know.
The writing is definitely different. It's on a different trajectory.
Yeah, it seems like it is going in a different direction. Donna says Wayne gave the ladies the impression that he agreed to the negotiation and left them with that thought. Of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
And the next person says, so he clickbaited us, even though that's not in the same way. Yeah,
Yeah,
take the chair. He clickbaited us. He clickbaited us and rage baited us at the same
at the same
at
time.
the same time.
Well, we can always find something else to report on because I don't mind doing a podcast instead. If that's where they're going with these skits.
And Golden Girl says Wayne thinks they will accept no ownership. I think he does think that.
Well, he sells them short as far as he'll give them credit for being smart, but then he doesn't really mean it.
Right. He's like, you smart, but I'm not going to give you what you want because this is mine and my name. Like, okay. That's just like some men when they get married. Every time I gave you my name, it's like, well, I can take my daddy name back.
I know somebody who changed their name to the wife's name because they didn't like the history attached to their Southern name.
Yeah, that's
Southern
fine.
surname.
But most men, they be, they'll talk that junk. I gave you my last name.
Yeah.
My daddy gave me a name, and I can take his name back for me. He would have no problem with that if that's
exactly.
Disciple of Jesus says, nope, shook his hand. They're going trying to figure out if Amber hugged Wayne or she shook his hand and she shook his hand.
Said she shook his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. I don't want her hugging him.
He don't got no business. Nature says Angela Darren is being cold and selfish. He is hurt, but he doesn't realize that he was hurting her too. Darren thought the Bentley would suffice and show his appreciation, and Lisa was not being seen. Yeah, I mean, of course, she's telling him that now. She maybe could have tried to express it in a different way during the marriage, but she was always, it seems as though she was, more quiet and she really wasn't speaking up for herself.
She wasn't speaking, I'd say, Miss B, she wasn't speaking loud enough. We did see one argument, but she wasn't getting her point across because he's still seeing it in one light. She's speaking about something totally different and they weren't communicating. Right. And then also the fact that she said she was ready to go on stage as a singer and she put her life on hold for him. And now look at them.
Well, I'm not gonna say that usually happens though, but he
well, Anthony did the same thing. I did that one interview and it was brought up by O'Neill because I asked if Anthony and Darren were similar in nature because they
Mm-hmm.
married these two women and then they wanted to turn them into housewives.
Right.
And of course, I was told, no, that's just what rich men want. Well, don't marry that kind of woman, marry somebody else. Everybody's not going to change and turn into a housewife because that's what you want.
Right.
And
But
that's when I
even
really
though that,
started paying attention to the skits and the storylines and where they were going.
yeah, that's what men with money want, and that's fine. But most of those women eventually do go back and do what they wanted to do. They
And yes,
sacrifice for you for so long, and then they want to go and do their thing. They raise the
exactly.
kids. The kids are gone now.
And now I can go, hi, honey, I won't be back.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
have a good
the
life.
man, yeah, he'll do the, oh well, it's time for me to leave now.
Yeah, I can leave now.
Yeah.
Now, I like Nature's comment, Miss B, the one that says, Dolly, I think Shayla was putting the pieces together like a puzzle because, they're making Shayla be the smarter person in Skitland these days, right? The airhead, the crazy girl. It threw her, but I don't think she wanted to acknowledge it. And Shayla's good at not wanting to acknowledge things that are real. She'd rather
Hmm.
live in her fantasy world. Watch
Yeah.
Shayla's facial expressions, and I do watch them. I agree with you, Nature. Yeah, and Amber's character has totally evolved away from the old days. I mean, and then as a woman, she's grown too. You know, she's grown up now. She's in her 40s. So, and why is they bonded over Anthony, Nature? She sees herself in Shayla. She wants Anthony, but is that the only reason she sees herself in Shayla, Piari? Or is
Yeah.
she like Shayla? As I used to say, Piari had been a side chick before. I had
Mm.
no proof of it, but there's a mentality that I've noticed on some women who I know have been side chicks, and their mentality is different than those who want to be, say, married. They don't have a problem with being a side chick. They don't see anything wrong with the cheating.
Mm.
They may not come straight out and say that, but when you talk to them, it's like, I mean, when I talk to them, I have to figure out, and someone pointed out to me that that's why you don't understand them because their mindset is different from mine.
Then yours, yeah.
And somebody had to point it out to me because I couldn't understand a couple of people and kept thinking, why do they say certain things? Because they don't have the same mentality. They don't think about life the way I think about it. Even if I were single, I wouldn't be into cheating, but that's just who I am. And
Yeah.
these people who act like, what's wrong with it? They got to go home at the end of the day. I just get what I want and that kind of thing. And it's okay to have babies out of wedlock. And I don't know. We're not going to be Debbie Downers, so
It's like
I'm not going to be
a
Debbie
whole
Downer
lot.
today.
Yeah.
I refuse.
And that's another thing. So I had wrote certain things down on a piece of paper, and then as we're talking about some of the way the skits are going, because it was like me for why is this? I wrote down the words: the your past will always walk with you.
It will.
It always walks with you.
And your past also helps you define who you are today because you'll
Yeah.
figure out what to change, what to keep if you're thinking about who you are.
But I wrote it in reference to Amber because people don't give Amber the grace that
No.
she's changed over the years. She can be, I'm okay, she's everything she ever does is surrounded by what she did in her past.
Mm-hmm.
That past is always with her and it always gets brought up.
Oh, okay.
But when you talk about Mike or especially Wayne, his past doesn't seem to matter.
No, he can have,
What
he's
he's
got
done
10
in his
kids and
past,
nobody cares.
he's changed. It's over. They're done. That was in the past. Let's move on. But with Amber, she cheated on him with him, and that will always be present. It will always be in her present,
Mm-hmm.
but
And
never back there.
and you know why? Because she's a female.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like it's always, and the same thing people used to do with Rose. Same
Yeah.
exact thing. They would always bring up Rose's past,
Mm-hmm.
although she was no longer like what they were saying, and she really wasn't that bad. She just dated a lot of women,
Yeah, she wasn't even that bad.
but she dated a lot of men because she was the only basic female in this case.
Exactly. So,
So who else was gonna date?
but they don't talk about the men who do it. It's all
No,
good.
yeah, Mike. We know what Mike does, and it's like, okay, yeah, Mike get a pat on the back
Mm-hmm.
because
And
he
he
done
gets
moved. Yeah,
nicknamed Snake Walk and pull off the red robe and all these celebratory
always nice.
things.
Yeah, he gets celebrated, and the women get like, yeah, that's how.
Degraded.
Yeah, they're degraded basically. It's like I just thought about it again. It's like this is how we're doing people in these skits. But
Did you
when
guys think you were coming to school this morning? Because
but there
I
are
mean,
things to
what
think
have they
about.
left us to deal with?
Right.
What have they given us this morning?
But they're giving us things to think about.
That's true.
And as we think about those things, just think about how we're treating even like the people that don't like Amber. Those are the things that they always point to
And that's all because that's all they've got. They
as her
can't look at the
character
present.
flaw. They never look at the present. They always go back to the past.
I have a
So
couple of guys in my
who
comments.
wants
That's what they do.
who
And I'm
wants to be
thinking,
known for their past all the time?
why can't you get over it? What is it? And if I say anything about what about Anthony? They don't comment. They don't respond. They only respond. They only want to talk about Amber and her past.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you want to talk about him and his wives? He needs to move to Utah. If you want to have that many women, and how he can hold on and not give her a divorce. Come
Yeah, why
on.
can't we talk about Anthony, or why you can't? Because that's not the theme. It's like, okay, so why is this? So this is why we have to start questioning what the messages are truly in these skits. Although I know a lot of people say, oh, well, it's this and that, but these true messages are starting to come out.
So, fam, do you guys understand why I say the things I say now? I mean, because sometimes they probably think, why does she say these things? Because that's what they're doing. This is what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to pay attention before we wake up one day and find ourselves in a totally different society.
Yeah, we're all going to be Stepford wives, or what are those other wives they have out there?
I remember Stepford, but what are the other
The
wives?
Handmaidens.
Oh yeah, that handmade movie. That's a scary thought.
Yeah, it's like we all gonna be handmaidens one day. Well, I won't because I'm too old. But
I
anyway.
won't because I'm too old too, and I'm not going
but
to
these
anybody's convent.
but these young women, they will be. This is how they're training. They're training a lot of YT women in that, like that. When you start looking at them, that's how they're training them. And they need to get over here on our side. And I guess they're finding a way to infiltrate the Black community as well.
And
That's
guys,
what they're doing.
this is why I speak the way I speak. I don't just talk to hear myself. I'm older. I see it. It's like all over. It's plastered all over. And then
they got y'all thinking negative.
Mm-hmm.
They have everybody thinking so negative, and I'm like, why do we think in these skits everything is the negative first. And that's where I think I have that's where it weighs me down, because naturally I don't think negative first. I always think positive. I find the positive in everything. And
I'm the
most
opposite.
people, but there's in these skits, every time something happens, the first thing people say is the negative. Oh,
I
well,
think
this is,
the negative, and then I find the silver lining.
but
But
I
I
don't
even
always
I
find
even
the
don't
silver
look for
lining
I
until
don't
the
even look for
two
positive in
came.
people that I first meet.
Yeah, I
I
do.
I I look and then I watch because I'm not the trust and verify. I'm the verify then trust
Mhm.
person. You know,
Yeah.
I just am. I've just always been that person. Even Stephanie asked me, "Why are you like that?" And I said, "I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know." And
just the
I've
way
been
you
that
are.
way since
Yeah.
a child. And maybe I was taught that way,
You may have been, yeah.
subliminally. Maybe I was taught that way to always watch out first and then
And
see
then trust.
if you trust.
Now I don't trust automatically, but I will look, I'll find something good about you
Hmm.
versus trying to find something bad about you.
I'm watching
Doesn't
the way
mean
you're
that I'm
looking.
going to trust you all the way, but
Hmm.
I will go for bad, because they used to tell me all the time at work, you find the good in everything. I said, because there's always good in everything. You can, if you keep looking at everything bad, what you got to look for? Look, what you're looking for. What do you have to look forward to? Nothing, because
You know,
everything is bad.
I think that's why I never liked the Anthony character when he first came on
Mm-hmm.
because all I saw was fake.
Mm.
And then for a little while, I saw that he loved Amber, and then I saw, okay, wait a minute, he's starting to change. And this was before the party, the January party, and I started thinking, what's going on here? But it's just it is the way that I look at things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a negative. The thing is, I'm not a negative person, but also working in law enforcement didn't really help because they
That
teach you
could
to
be,
look
yeah.
at certain things. You
And
know, they
law
teach
enforcement,
you
yeah,
that
they have a total different
you better watch
view
out.
of human nature and people
Yes.
automatically. Yes.
So as an adult, I think, oh, that definitely. I can't say I think. I know that that definitely stuck to me.
Yeah, that skewed your,
And the sad part is that they weren't wrong.
yeah,
Like,
it's
I
not.
mean, they weren't wrong in
They
a lot of
study people.
cases.
Yeah.
It's a study of people.
It's a study of people, yeah.
Hmm.
I
So,
know y'all like, they ain't talking about the skits no more.
you guys want to talk about a specific skit? Come on, let's talk about a skit.
Yeah, because I mean, but it's a good conversation because it makes everybody look at themselves and how you're viewing this stuff. Because I'm like, Lord.
I mean, and it is misogyny, and it's not something we can really just turn our heads away from because, like a bountiful soul says, it's
Mm-hmm.
misogyny on an
Mm,
effing spectrum, whereas they use religion or their warped biblical misogyny concepts their mask.
mm-hmm.
One has to be careful who they let lead them.
That's true.
And that's the truth.
Definitely.
So, I mean, this might just be a learning adventure for us. I mean, it's not exciting like normal,
Yeah.
but it's something that we do need to pay attention to as a society. And I mean both men and women, not just women, but men need to look also because if they are not for the misogyny, they better watch out because they might get impacted and not even realize it.
Right.
I know my son hates misogyny. He does not believe in it one bit. Um, I have to warn him, just make sure it's even, if as even as you can get it. But
Mm-hmm.
he really doesn't like to see people like put into a second class category. And
Mm.
probably because he's a black man.
Yeah.
That may be something that may have something to do with it. You know? I mean, he sees the right. He's in the military. He sees it.
Oh yeah, he definitely
He
sees.
sees it. So Delicia is the first one to walk away. Gwen says, did she walk away already? Oh, they were told? Oh, okay.
Yeah, the skit is up. I see I had seen somebody said that the chair is real she was looking kind of strange because they all came in the room happy.
Oh, thank you, Trap Star.
And they all talking like they're sitting up there talking all positive, not knowing that she got some bad news. So that all their faces getting ready to drop. And they don't recognize her face. Ain't nobody looking at her.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to take a look at a quick minute. And Delicia says she's not doing it. I don't blame her. Yes, Squallow Wayne showing up at the meeting without his attorney said it all. Yeah. Absolutely did. We picked that up. He just walked in because he already knew. And plus, you know, he had the heads up from Lauren. So Wayne already knew what he was going to do. Let me refresh my phone.
Dolly, we thank you for it's like if Dolly had put down said please respect the host for being informative to the chat group. Yeah, we were just having a conversation, but sometimes those conversations are needed.
Sometimes. Okay, so it's when the lawyer tells the girls the bad news. I know you guys already saw it. I'm going to take a second, okay?
She done told them now. They all looking stunned. They're all stunned. Oh, she even demonstrated the ring thing.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did. She put the ring down on to the 0. Oh, so now Miss Lauren is piping up. She's actually, I can't hear what she's saying, but she's talking.
Maybe Delicia is going to go be the one to talk to Wayne because he does listen to Delicia for some reason.
Oh, Lauren is talking big time now. She got the whole conversation going.
Lauren mad about it.
Yeah, she moving them lips, smacking them lips, girl. I was like, okay, normally you don't be in there saying anything. And they said he ain't giving out no money.
But he wants to exploit their stories. Now, if they were smart, yeah, he wants to exploit them. And if they were smart, they would make him sign an NDA or walk away. He's only got 2 weeks to find somebody else who's got secrets that he can find. These women all have secrets, and Wayne helped to make some of this come about. He helped to make some of it come about. And for people who don't quite understand what it means to brand something, say you develop, like Lawrence Delicia said, a lipstick, and the lipstick starts selling under this brand name. Do you realize you're not going to get any money for it? Mm-hmm. That's what it means. All nature, Nonya, Miss B, you all. Yeah, I mean, so Angela says, no way. Wayne doesn't listen to Delicia. Mm-hmm. And I hope Amber goes home and tells Dave right away so he does not help promote this nonsense. They better walk away. But I think we all knew that this was coming. Mm-hmm. Himmy Girl says last year Wayne had Amber looking like a wife in a Handmaid's Tale. Exactly. And we were furious about it. Yeah. But if we remember, Himmy Girl, that was the first time. This year she warned us also. But last year she also warned us that we were not going to be happy with her character.
And maybe that was why.
And I think that was it when she let him back in the house. And she turned into basically The Handmaid's Tale. What's the lead girl's name?
Yeah, I've never watched it, and I'm kind of.
I've never watched the whole thing, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. And I don't read these comments because all of these youngsters that think, or our fan base, that think that all of this is okay, I feel for them because it makes you wonder how this is going to impact their mental going forward.
Yeah.
Because it is the political climate that we are in. And that's why I say real talk, and that's why I talk the way I do. I don't just talk to hear myself talk, ladies and gents. I don't. You see it on the wall. And right after that, she spent the summer gaining her independence and healing and getting better. And then she took Anthony back and was submissive. And she
Yeah.
did warn us we were not going to like whatever happened. And the last thing we expected was her to take Anthony back.
So, disciple of Jesus, what she says, Lauren told the lawyer to bill the rest of the girls because they wasted money on a lawyer when she told them he wouldn't change his mind. So Lauren, see, there
Lauren
she
plays
goes.
both sides of the fence.
Yeah, she playing both sides of the fence because you are part of the podcast 5.
Yeah.
And you agreed that you would pay the fee and you would split the fee. They didn't waste money on a lawyer. And see, that's one thing too. When you don't get what you want at first, doesn't mean that you lost the war. And if he doesn't give you what you want, then at the end, you know what? September 1st coming up. If he don't have nobody to start his podcast, he got pushed back again further, and he's gonna lose money. And then he pushes
gonna lose money,
and he's gonna lose money because he's told somebody that we're starting on this date. Yeah. Just like he was pressing Candace to get the stuff done. Y'all don't have to sign them contracts.
Hemi Girl says Wayne never helped Mike when he needed a job, ever helped him and bought him his first vending machine. I remember that, Hemi Girl. So that's where we are. And I'm not a bit surprised, Miss B, because I knew he wasn't going to change his mind. And I did see a picture of, even though this is not going to happen, no doubt, because he's got his own business, but there was a picture, an AI picture of Amber and Dave doing a podcast.
Mm-hmm. People throw stuff out there.
Yeah, I pretty much skip over all that nonsense, and I don't watch it. And a lot of the new groups they have on Facebook, I don't join those or watch those. And it's just, this is about teaching, and The Handmaid's Tale I won't watch. I stopped, Yolanda says I stopped watching Handmaid's Tale after season 2. Now they have Testaments, which is the female children born to the handmaids. I will not watch that at all because it's basically teaching.
Yes, teaching.
And Wayne doesn't help any. Well, he does help as long as you're going to pay. Like he helped Amani, right? So he'll help you. It was Amani, and was Amani the girl that had was Amani the one that had the pink salon? Was that Amani? The girl.
I don't know. She has the salon that he took Tamara to.
Yeah, so it's a different one. It was a pink one, and I think the girl was Hispanic or something, or Puerto Rican, or
Imani is from Australia.
Yeah, she's from Australia.
She was a friend of Sarah's.
Right. So this other girl, whoever she was, he had invested in her, and then she paid him back his money, and he didn't want it back in money. And she said, "Oh, no. I'm giving you your money back." But it wasn't Amani because she had a lot of hair. Whoever this, and she wasn't. I only saw her twice in the skits altogether. But he did help Amani. Here we
Yeah.
go. That's the only one I can really think of. And Esther Ruth says, I am just over the skit. Wayne is such a narcissist. It is full time for Amber to walk away. But the thing is, I mean, Amber can walk away, but Amber's going to have to learn how to think about Amber and not keep trying to help everybody else. I mean, she's got to go take care of her own businesses and all the stuff that her and Ernestine have set up. So I'm waiting to see how Amber and Ernestine work out whatever they're about to work out.
Yeah.
Nature says, Dolly, I think you're right. The baby signifies a great deal for Piari in terms of Shayla. Piari wondered what would have been different for the child, her
Right.
and Anthony. But we knew coming in that there was when she first showed up in the skits, we knew there was something about Piari and Anthony. We figured that was pretty easy to figure out something had happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, they're best friends in college. It makes you wonder what college did they go to. We're still not giving up on Amber. No, I'm not giving up on Amber.
Angela Atkins, why you said they're little group business? Y'all need to stop that.
What did she say?
She said, I feel for Shayla because she really wanted to do something on her own. Tamara, Amber, Delicia have their little business. One thing people that go in business don't like is for you to call their business little, no matter how small it is.
That's true.
They get offended by, oh, your little business. It's like, no.
And Nature says she
Alicia's
wondered.
business actually supports her and her daughter.
You know, that's a good question. Nature says, Angela, I wonder whether he would start a male podcast or not the other day. He's so, I don't know. Could he handle a bunch of testosterone in the same room?
Mm-mm.
He can't.
A lot of people, I've seen that more than once out there in comments, people saying, oh, well, all he got to do is just go get this one, this one, this one, this one. The men are not the same as women.
They're not.
Men are not going to air their dirty laundry.
Nope. So
They don't do that.
It's not going to be interesting.
No, what's not going to be interesting, it's going to be embarrassing. And men are not into embarrassing themselves in that way.
Women are the emotional creatures.
Right.
Not
men
men.
are not going to do that. And especially who? Anthony, who don't even want to admit what he did with Shayla and he got a baby. Wayne is not gonna even he's not gonna air his.
He definitely has not even copped to having a relationship with Amber up until the wedding day. Yeah, Amber has let that secret out, but Wayne won't.
They don't even know what Dave got in his background. Might be some explosive stuff.
Might be.
Mike don't want everybody to know that they're gonna snake them been everywhere.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Maybe he'll use Anthony and Darren. He can pick the sorriest ones he can in the skits.
But Darren is not going to do it either because
Darren's not going to do it.
He's not. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't air himself out like that. Only because he's too proud for that.
Bill, the rest of them. Disciple Lauren is why Dan's looking for her.
Right. That's why Dan is looking for her.
That's why Dan's looking for her. To me, Wayne is testing them. He wants to see if they will stand 10 toes on their rights. I really hope he writes them to walk away. And the only thing we can hope for is that we're still going to see surprises on the positive side in these skits. So when we see these ugly things happen, usually, now I'm still watching, but usually one day is good, the next day is bad. Day after that is good, next day is bad for certain of the actors and actresses. So what are we going to get now? And who really owns the rights to the skits? because you can't really tell the new owners what to do with the skits if Wayne really did sell them, because we don't know if he sold them or not. Rumor has it that he did. He says he came back because he wants to be more involved in the skits. This is what Wayne told us. So what's really true, we probably will never know.
Yeah, we know they said he got a lot of offers and he's turned them down.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know that for sure.
And the other interesting part is that, when was it? Maybe April or May. That's when I got that list, and Miss B, you probably got it also, of all the new countries, because I made a comment about Wayne's targeted audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But is it Wayne's targeted audience or is it somebody else's targeted audience for these skits?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen all those countries?
No, I haven't.
There are a lot of countries we never even heard of. You know how countries pop up, and so we've got all these countries now of people that are watching the skits. Why are they all watching what Black America is doing? What is so interesting that you're gonna, and that's where the auto dubbing comes in, and the translation to English.
Yeah.
What's really going on? And it's YouTube generated, but it still affects the skits, because that, I mean, how else could I get 3 comments about, is that how Black America is? And they were from different countries. One was a French person, and then one was Spanish. Remember her? And then somebody else I don't know who they were. But why are they asking, is this stuff real?
Because they don't know.
Oh, I was polite and I let them know. Absolutely no. I mean, every country has things that go on that people don't like, but this as a norm, no, it's not real.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not real at all. And now I have Canadians who follow me. I have some Canadians, but it's Canadian and a tiny percent Jamaican, and then the rest is American.
Yeah, that's a mine are Canadian. Well, not Canadian, really. It's Jamaican and another. I don't know if it's Trinidad or someplace else.
One of the islands, yeah.
One of the islands, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Nature says Hemi. Anthony is terrified about him as his name on the podcast. He wanted to prevent Shayla from talking about him, and including in terms of Amber, because he didn't want, he was bribing her. He promised her a bribe. So let's stay positive. Let's stay optimistic, Dolly says. For the 5 podcasters. Podcaster 5, we're staying optimistic. It's not over until it's over. That is absolutely right.
No, it ain't over until it's over.
It's not over till it's over. Yeah, Anthony is terrified about his name coming up. Let's see. Creators of different skits have already had offers. In Variety, they keep up with the offers and they make them public. If I was Dave, I would do nothing with Wayne and have nothing to do with those girls at all. This is Durain speaking. And I hope Amber doesn't get involved with them, all to bring to her house again. I agree, Durain. We don't want them anywhere around Dave at all. According to the website, Wayne did not sell his skits. Instead, he has numerous offers, but he turned them down.
Yeah.
And what website is this? I'm just curious, Antoinette.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't know. I mean, would he really tell us if he sold his skits off? It's really none of our business, right? He doesn't have to tell us. He doesn't owe us anything. Yes, Emmy, I bet. Angela says, yes, Emmy, I bet if this was Dave or some other men, he would change the contract and listen, but he doesn't listen to women. Exactly. It
Yeah.
is sad these black women trying to move forward, but Wayne just slapped them all in the face. It's sad to me. And then all the nonsense he spoke about being proud of them and all that, he stands there in their face and he just straight out lies. You know what? It makes you look, if you think about the other side of the coin, how some black men behave. They want to trick you into believing they've got your back. And then you find out later that they don't.
They don't. Yeah.
They don't have your back. Hemi Girl says Wayne needs to go back and leave the skits. We don't want him back as a regular. We really don't. I don't. I didn't miss him, Hemi Girl.
It's a shame, but we do not miss you, Wayne.
No, we
You're not
don't
there
miss
because you're
Wayne.
more trouble than you're worth.
Yeah. I
You're
mean, when
more
we don't
trouble.
even want to do reviews on skits, that's pretty
That's
bad.
bad.
You don't
But
make it
we
fun.
mostly
You don't
get
make it
pleasure
interesting.
out of doing the reviews, and it's like it becomes a chore. It's like this is not a job. I don't
It's
have
not
to
a
show up
job.
every day. I don't have
Y'all,
to
I'm
do
not
this.
even getting paid to do what I do. They don't even want to monetize me. It's like, come on. I mean, what else can
Like,
you want from me?
I don't have to do this every day because once it becomes taxing, I'm like, well, I don't have no. I'm not having fun right now.
Yeah.
Like
There are
these young
days that
kids say, I ain't having no fun at this job. I quit and go get me another job.
I can quit and go to sleep all day and just wait for my honey to get home. So ain't no kids, so I don't expect a phone call that says, honey, I won't be home.
Doreen said, I don't understand when Lauren said about the bill for the lawyer, those four can handle it. Yeah, they can handle it, but Lauren is part of the group. Now you
And
either
she
in or
agreed.
you're out. And
She
they asked you
agreed.
that, and it was
Yeah.
like you're either in or you're out. They were going to split the bill 5 ways. So
Wayne
now
needs,
all of a sudden you like your man and you're going to turn on everybody.
yeah.
And you have no business being on the podcast 5. We don't want you.
And then he's gonna dump her soon enough. But when Wayne goes on tour, there's no movement in the storylines. Maybe he doesn't want them to write anything until without his permission.
But he says in his interviews that he doesn't even approve all of those storylines anymore. He's like, he doesn't. He's like, a lot of them just go through without him. He does not approve all of them.
Like Mike and Damien's, maybe.
Probably Mike's. He said a lot
And
of
J
them.
Diva. I can see J
And
Diva's storyline.
Tamara's, and a lot of them go through without him ever looking at them or worrying about them.
Because he did say he was doing AAS storyline. He made that point blank clear to us. Point blank.
But when he was out, who was doing the storyline? When he was on
Chase
tour,
and Amber.
Chase,
well, then they got rid of Chase, and then Amber, and then the day he told Amber pick up her pen when she was still separated, to pick up her pen, I guess she was gonna write because that was a hint. And then he was away, and that was about the time that was that before they went to Spain, or I think that was right before her and Erica went to Spain.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But that's what I understand. But that's when he said he had already taken the storyline back, but then he told Amber she dropped her pen or something, and he told her pick up the pen. Amber was at his house going to see Victor, and he told Amber to change her clothes before she goes over there, and that's the same day he told her pick up the pen. And then Amber and Erica went off to Spain and did whatever they did, and then Wayne came back. So anyway, so yeah, there's some story in this madness today, everybody. Please hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button already. I'm sorry it wasn't as exciting as it could have been, but
it's not exciting.
Right now it's not exciting. But I think it'll get better. I'll be watching Sade and Roan and Damien. Um, and hopefully Damien's going to rescue Erica, since they just found out that this guy Al blocked Damien from Erica's phone. And yeah, simply Miss Nay, they jumped all over Amber about not cooking. And we saw that. We talked about it. I talked about it extensively, because all this foolishness with the cooking has just, they make me want to say, go cook your own darn food. I could care less whether you eat. But everybody jumps on the bandwagon like the Pied Piper. And that's what they're trying to weave into the fabric of this nation. I don't know about other nations, but they are trying to weave it back, and they've been trying for the last 4 years. So that's what we got, everybody. Ms. B?
Yeah, that's all we got. I was just looking at let me see who that is.
Yeah, Lauren's all about Lauren. Absolutely, Angela Atkinson. She could care less about those other women.
Oh, that ain't nobody but UPS. He'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
No, this is UPS. He's not delivering anything that's important.
I got a delivery, but they went, let me see. One went to my mailbox, and the other, let's see if it's at my door.
No, there's some I'm just looking at different, saying that Jamaicans have been following Country Wayne from way back because there's so much Jamaican references. Even Rico's Club have a big Jamaican flagship. Yeah, there are. Yeah, we know that Jamaica is probably the second largest fan base to the U.S. on the skits. Most definitely.
Oh, that's the second largest.
I know on mine they are. I think they're probably overall the second largest.
Oh, on mine it's not. It's America, Canada, and then there's a dot of Jamaican.
But in Canada, you probably have a lot of Jamaicans.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Where is my order? Is it outside my door? What is this? Back to legal policies. I'm trying to look at my Amazon order.
Oh, okay.
But it gave me some blurb about something from customer service. Where's my order at? Delivered today.
They're going to get back to that.
Oh, it's outside my door. Okay. But the other one is in the mailbox. Thanks for putting it in the mailbox. I got to walk down the street to go get it.
Oh,
so, wow. Everybody.
Angela Wayne needs to be.
I wish it had been more interesting, but it has been very eye-opening. And I hope that you did find it eye-opening. This is not what I expected. I didn't see this one on my bingo card this morning. Not this conversation, that is. But that's kind of what they gave us.
Yeah, they gave us some mess to contend with these podcast women, podcast, so I call them podcast 5, because he did them wrong. Well, I can't say he did them wrong. They all did wrong, but it's up to them now. The ball's in their court, whether they walk away or whether they go back and say, okay, well, this is what we want, or we don't want to do it. Because nobody signed the contract yet. So
exactly.
If what's her name over there, Lauren, if she's about what she's about, she signed the contract as is and split herself from the group.
So she signed it?
No, I said if she was about that, she would sign it.
Gwen, I want to say thank you to Gwen for this. I am going to ask you guys if you would run some of the lives, even, run them in the background. Just don't turn it on mute because it'll think you're a bot. and I do need to get 4,000 hours, and that's starting as of today. So I have to start over with the 4,000 hours. Every month we got to get 4,000 hours, but I should be okay with the lives, but I don't take anything for granted. You guys know that. And Gwen says, please use only one device. And she's correct. One device per household, because they will only count one. They won't count multiples. So if you don't mind, I've done all this, and Ms. B, there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I can do. I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have any video. I've got my AI marked. I even marked the software's flowers and wine as AI.
Yeah.
Because anything that's enhanced, they consider it. And then YouTube even says you don't have to worry about StreamYard. However, you put a other notice on in my studio that says something about something that StreamYard generated, I'm going to pay attention. Okay, because apparently you do have a problem with StreamYard, right? Okay, we only have 78 likes, but we had kind of a small audience today. But I guess, I mean, there wasn't a lot to the skits. I think we all pretty much figured what was going to happen.
What's going to happen to that part of the story, to the stories anyway. The old Larry backing off of the divorce.
He backed off the divorce?
Well, he can't. He didn't want the papers delivered when he was there. And when Brooke was there, Brooke is still there. So he doesn't want it, because now if Bethany get those papers, that's going to throw Brooke into a tailspin.
I wonder if they're
dealing with Isaiah and breaking up with her, and now then the marriage breaking up would just be too much for her little mind to handle.
I wonder if they're setting her up to go into depression.
I don't know what they're setting her up for, but I know one thing: they need to unset her and teach her some responsibilities. And
yes, they do, and stop babying her.
Yeah, she got to get survival skills, because you're not going to make it through life without a survival skill. Yeah, because you just laying around in your room, in your bed. I got it. He gave you 2 days. 2-3 days is probably all you really need. And then it's time to get up and get moving. So it's like she has no drive, no, like, push yourself.
Has she ever had any? They've never pushed her to accomplish anything. And I don't know if you remember when she was in the 12th grade and conversation started about, why aren't they ever talking about Brooke going to college? Not everybody wants to go to college or has to, but I know I was one of those people. Have they ever talked to this girl about college? You know, you can go to trade school or do something else, sure. But there's no conversation about what she was going to do after she graduated high school. Mm-hmm. And then eventually they started talking about the college thing. And Aminata, I agree with your comment, but you know what? I don't want to speak it into existence, because I'm sick of them talking about cooking. If these men want to eat, they can cook it their doggone selves. If they want to eat, go cook it yourself.
Yeah, I said that, you know, the people's like, only like somebody said Sade. Yeah, Sade cooks. Larry and Bethany cook at their house. Who was that? J Diva and Ralphie, they had a cook. I don't know if she still cooks for them.
I don't know if she's still there or not.
But they did have somebody that they came in, because J Diva can't cook. So he had to hire somebody to cook. Because that's always an option. Never seen Ben and Danielle cooking. They always get DoorDash. And they're supposed to be this Christian-based, the people that are so Christian, and you know, they're this traditional couple that always tells the truth. But you don't have them being what you're trying to get everybody else to be. So we need to change that. Because Danielle definitely don't be cooking.
Danielle don't cook anything.
Looked at Lisa and Darren's house to see if they were cooking. But Darren's baby mother and his mother cook. They've been in the kitchen a lot. There's a lot of them that actually did cook, but like you said before, most of the people that were married, they do cook. Most of
I think I actually like cooking with my husband in the kitchen,
mm-hmm.
or like when my son was home and he was learning how to cook from me. I like having, I get, maybe it's the company
Yeah.
or something. I mean, I don't mind cooking alone either. If I have like a lot of things to cook, then you're in my way, and I need you to move. But I like Hemi Girl's comment. She says the only one that Wayne approves are the ones in his production, which is AAS, Tamara, Delicia, Amber and Ernestine, Ben and Danielle, Amber and Dave, Aunt and Denisha, Darren, and Shayla are Wayne's production.
So does he approve all of those, or those
That's the
just
one
go through
Hemi
without
Girl says
his?
he approves. What about Chase, Hemi Girl?
Chase is not his.
So Chase has his own production line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the only person cooking is Sade.
Yeah, she be cooking.
She looked like she can cook.
But what's the name? Well, of course, Ron knows how to cook because he used to
And Rome knows how to cook, yeah.
cook for what's the name?
But
For
Ron cracks me up because he acts just like Tommy. He's such a, what'd you call it, trap star, Sigma Beta man.
I said he's a romantic at heart.
He is a romantic.
He's a romantic at heart, and
Mm-hmm.
he just keeps getting hurt. It's him and who else in the skits always gets hurt.
Rafi.
Yeah,
Rafi and Ron.
yeah, they romantics.
I'm
And,
curious to see where Piari's storyline goes.
I
I'm
am.
not a Piari fan, but I'm curious about her storyline and the fact that Shayla thinks, why are you doing this? Like, because she wants to better herself, baby, Shayla.
But
Unlike
Shayla can't
you,
think past whatever she. I think Shayla's thing was she didn't want Piari to try to be different because
yeah,
of her, because of judgment, because of her judging her.
and that's what she said. She
Yeah,
said she doesn't
basically, she
want
didn't want.
Piari judging her, judging Shayla.
No, she's saying she didn't want Piari to change because of Shayla's judgment of Piari. Because
Oh,
Piari kept saying she stopped drinking, and
mm-hmm.
Shayla used to become was kind of hard on her to trying to get
She
her to
was
stop
that first. Yeah,
drinking.
she
Right.
was.
So what she's saying was, I've accepted the fact that you drink, so you don't have to change for me.
So
But
that's what she was saying yesterday.
that's kind of what she was saying. So
Okay, got it. Okay.
reality, but Piari is saying, no, I'm changing for me now.
Okay,
I
good.
don't care what you got to say,
Good
which is
job.
a good thing. And I'm glad she gave that man back that drink.
I am too. I was
I'm
proud
glad
of
she
her.
gave that man back that drink.
Hopefully,
I'm
they're going to
not going to
bring
say,
her
let's
out.
see how long it lasts. Let's hope that she starts going to the meetings or whatever.
Right.
She gets over. But her coming to grips with that's what her drinking was about will help her
That's a
in
big
the long
thing.
run. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, that's a big thing because when we first really heard her try to talk about it, she said it was about her ex and they like to get drunk together, and
Mhm.
that we knew that was not true.
Yeah,
But this is what's driving her.
yeah. So hopefully that but I don't know what she ever gonna do about she gonna have to get over that part with Anthony. Either she gonna have to tell him that she's still in love with him, or she just gonna have to give it up and move on.
What are they going to do with the PR's character, basically, right?
Who knows? They might give her another man. There's always somebody.
Especially since she's going to become sober, we hope.
Overall, she had good. She's a fun girl.
Yeah, she is a fun
She's
girl.
a fun girl. So that's why her and Shayla get along so well, because they're both fun girls.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see.
The minister Yolanda says she had a question. I don't know. Did she ever put it in the chat? I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, she did. So she says, so my daughter, son, and granddaughter also watch. We're never in the same part of the house, but they watch on their own account. So does that not count? She's talking about watching the skits on your channel.
Who? I'm
Her
sorry.
granddaughter, her son, her daughter, her son, and her granddaughter watch your skits. So
Who?
remember, you said when they're watching that only one device
Oh,
per
yeah.
they only
Oh,
yeah.
I'm wondering if they mean by phone number.
Oh, I don't know.
And no, the reason I say that is because I noticed if I ran 3 things the last, time before last, that it would only like it once. And I
Uh,
think it was because of the phone number or the email address.
I think it's the email address. If you're under a different email or a different account, I think it likes it more than once. Because remember one night I did yours because I have more. I have 3 different profiles in my
Okay.
YouTube, and when I liked it under one, I changed it and moved it to and went to a different one and liked it, and it was fine.
Okay, can you do that again, Miss B? So I gotta get to 4,000 again, but
Yeah,
we don't know how many they take. They use the IP address. Okay, Jen.
yeah,
I
I don't
don't
know.
like. I have
The
no
IP
chart.
addresses were the same, but I know if I like it on this, like say I'm watching it now on my computer. If I
Hmm.
try to open up another tab and like it on my other device, it's not going to do anything. It will
Mm.
remove the like, and I have to
Oh,
re-like
it'll
it again.
move
But
it.
yeah, it'll just remove it because it's the
Oh, okay.
same
Well,
account. But I
this
don't know.
is. I mean, I've had. I mean, I'm not complaining. I just hope they just approve it. I mean, goodness, what? I mean, what else do they want from me? There's nothing else I can do, Miss B.
Yeah, this
I
one,
have
I
literally
don't know
said
why they
everything.
keep you to keep
There's
going
nothing
back
else I
to
can do.
4,000. Because
I
you
just
have
got
a
to get
whole
my
year,
4,000 again. Huh?
like you have a whole year to get 4,000, which is
Girl,
crazy.
I got over 3 million. I had 4 million views altogether. But as far as the earn hours, they, and Nancy B said they didn't do this to her, but I would have, one time I had 6,000. They brought my earn hours down to 2,000. And then they would always take like a chunk off, because the first time was because I had that other channel and it was intertwined. So they thought I had
Mhm.
two. And pull
Did you
up
shoot your
Shorty,
head?
do you know the background of the new girlfriend? You might want to check that before you say that you like her, unless you like people with dark personalities. But welcome to the channel. I mean, her attitude is she doesn't care, but I hope you know her background. I just read your watermelon comment. Yeah, that why they always got folks eating watermelon. I actually asked that question too a while back. Oh, Piari's uncle onto the storyline with his significant other.
Yeah, we seen.
Hmm.
I seen her. I seen that one.
I love the fact that all the people who like Denisha know nothing about her dancing and coming from Miami with the BBL crew. I find that so interesting that when they start finding out things, their attitudes seem to change because
Yeah,
they don't know anything. They don't remember her coming into the they don't remember her coming into the skits. They don't remember
close
when
to the
she was a
single
part of the
people.
BBL crew.
Would have been.
Huh?
I'm so stupid. I just read Dolly's comment to the single people were eating watermelon. So that was how they were surviving.
And it's funny because I think I told Dolly I don't even like watermelon.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, you go to somebody's house, they're eating watermelon. The only one that doesn't surprise me is Ernestine because she grows watermelon.
Yeah, Mike be eating him some
Oh,
watermelon.
and White, yeah, Mike eats watermelon.
Mike eat everything though. It don't matter. Dominique used to cook also.
Yeah, Dominique used to cook.
Dominique used to cook. It's like it's a lot of them that cook, but I guess it's just Amber. Amber walked in the house yesterday with the skit with her and Dave, and I think that within the first 5 comments, it was
About Amber
about
cooking.
cooking. Yeah, I was like, y'all need to quit.
They do. I mean, it's old at this point. It's like everybody doesn't cook and they don't,
Mhm.
some men cook. So, I mean, I guess I prefer to see, and I know this is in a perfect world, a more less biased approach because let's be realistic. Men don't just go to work, come home, sit down, look at TV. I mean, most of them don't. They come home, they interact. It's just not leave it to beaver days.
Definitely not.
It takes, and for the most part, depending on what your lifestyle is like, it takes two people to even work and raise children. Even though there are those of us who have worked on raising children alone, it can be done. So, but it's just the fact that it's skewed, and sometimes I wish it wasn't. Just show some of everybody doing, just living life. But it's why it's called Skitland, I guess, or Skitlanta.
But yeah, PR needs to stop living in the past.
No, Lauren and Denisha are totally different types of hustlers.
Oh
Denisha,
yes.
Denisha and Lauren are totally different types. They're nowhere equal to each other. And
Shit's more, as Wayne said, from the streets.
she's straight from the streets.
Lauren is not from the streets.
No,
Not
but
at all. She's a what King call her, what the one of them Miami finessers.
a Miami finesser.
She's a finesser.
But I love when the guys find out about Denisha's background, and then they're always like, "Oh, like when the dad was at the trap house." I mean, I couldn't believe the comments by the guys because they were thinking, she had a good man that left her. He was held up in the trap house playing cards. That man could care less. And then he warned Anthony to watch his money, watch his wallet, watch his money. And Anthony is being love bombed by Denisha. And notice, same way he used to roll his eyes at Amber, she rolls her eyes at Anthony like she cannot stand him. So, yeah, there's a difference between Lauren and Denisha. But I love it when they find out about Denisha's background and that, she threatened Karis and Bishop disappeared and they stole money from Rafi. I love when all that comes out. So the people who love Denisha, you either love her because you like her or you love her because you don't know her. And I'll leave it at that.
Yep. So I mean, of course, people turn they change their attitudes toward people too, because every once in a while you like this character and you don't like
Oh,
them.
absolutely.
And you
Yeah.
turn against them, and I don't like them, just like they did poor Dalen.
Dalen is washed. I mean,
I'm like, Dalen,
who did Dalen make angry? Goodness.
Dalen get a clue.
I mean, Dalen just can't catch a break for anything. So, anyway, pull up Shorty, you didn't know? Yeah, she had something to do with Karis, and She knew who Bishop was, and she's Momo, Melissa, whoever the other cousin was, not Nikki, but that other light skinned girl. And she's part of the reason that Shell went away. Remember Shell? And she used to dance in the same club that Strip in Rain, and in Miami. In Miami was a strip club, and then here she was a dancer like Ernestine was, but she would sit at the table like she was a madam, and she would tell the girls, basically, Momo, um, give Rafi, and stop taking money from Rafi, because Momo was cleaning them out. Anyway, Denisha is a bad actor, and most people don't understand that. They don't know that about the character because they didn't show her for like quite a while. And now she pops up with gullible Anthony. And everybody knows Anthony wants to eat. So yeah, she's in there cooking all these foods that are no good for Anthony. And if he grabs his chest, she's going to have to call Amber. And we really don't want that. So, yeah.
So, Doreen, you really believe that the other girls are going to try to say that Amber brought the lawyer in, so it's up to her to pay the woman, huh?
Well, if they all sat there and made an
That would
agreement,
be a definite split in the podcast
yeah,
file
that would be a definite
automatically.
split.
Because there's no such thing as you brought, just because she wasn't able to get us what we asked for does
Now
not
you're gonna say,
she
yeah,
provided us our service.
exactly. That's like me going to get a divorce, not getting what I wanted, or any of us, and then we say, well, we're not paying you because we didn't get what we wanted out of the divorce.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's like anybody else that they would have hired and
mm-hmm.
didn't get what you want. So, well, I'm not going to pay the bill. You brought her here. But y'all voted to say yes.
They did.
It's like
I want to see
you
what they
didn't know
do
what,
about Lauren, since she's not going to.
since she thinks she's not going to pay. It's like, oh, you going to pay.
JR, I did say yes to your question. I do believe about Karis. So she had something to do with it. Yeah. Please hit the like button, everybody, before we decide to leave.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Anthony did cook for Amber when he was trying to get her
The
back.
dry salmon and the boxed potatoes, the dry salmon and the boxed potatoes.
Hey, he was in the kitchen.
Yeah, he was in the kitchen trying to cook.
Oh, somebody, Angela Sanders said Doreen, only Lauren, everyone else agreed to pay, even Shayla. I don't think they're gonna leave Amber with the bill. And Lauren agreed to pay also.
She did agree.
Just
She
because
agreed,
she
and
thinks she did, now she decided not to. She agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody said they did a number on Dalen, and he let them women keep coming back in his life and messing him up.
Yeah. Wow. It's like a revolving door at Dalen's house.
It is. It's sad. And his mother, she be trying to tell him, she trying to school him, and he don't pay attention.
Nope. And her mama sees it coming a mile away. Yeah, I don't know what's with the water. I've never understood the stereotype about the watermelon, Miss B. Like, yeah. I don't understand it. And I don't even like watermelon. But I don't understand the stereotype. Is it because it was so plentiful in the fields?
Probably it was plentiful and black people ate watermelon. It's just like the chicken, the fried chicken. It's like,
well, that's the thing for me about the fried chicken too, because black folks couldn't afford fried chicken back then.
Well,
I mean, now we can, of course, but it's like they used to eat what was left over,
Right. And they didn't in the parts of, but certain parts of the chicken were left over, like the backs.
Oh, okay.
And the gizzards and stuff
that's
like
something
that.
you don't see anymore, chicken backs.
Yeah, only if you
buy a whole chicken.
Buy a whole chicken. Yeah, I think they use them for other stuff. They use
I actually like gizzards.
Stuff now.
But I like gizzards, not the heart.
They sell gizzards.
But I like gizzards.
Especially because people use them for fishing.
Oh,
My she used to buy
they
them
do
for
use
fishing.
gizzards for fishing. You're
For
right.
fishing. Yeah.
I just got it from my grandmother because she would cut it up to put it in like the gravy, but not the heart. She didn't use that. She throw that away.
Mm-hmm.
But the gizzard and the neck she would make for the gravy. She would put that in there.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, they can keep the white. I don't like. You know what it is? I don't like melon. I'm very particular about what I eat. Very. And Mike, he's back to eating his regular food. I guess he feels good after after his surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he feels better again.
Yeah, actually, watermelon is pretty good for you. So they may try to embarrass people about eating watermelon, but it's good for you. So there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I mean I'll eat it if it's in like a fruit salad. I may eat
Mm-hmm.
it, but I cut it into little bitty pieces.
Oh,
Again, I don't think I like melon. I think that's it.
the honeydew melon, the like the greenish
Cantaloupe,
color.
I don't
Oh, the
like it.
cantaloupe is good. Oh Lord.
You sound like my mom. She loves her some cantaloupe. Oh, you go over there, she has a plate of cantaloupe laying on the table. Like, Mama, I don't want no cantaloupe, honey. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, I forgot you don't like melon. No, I don't think I do, Mom.
Yeah.
And I've tried. I mean, I'll eat it to be.
Oh, okay. So they're calling Wayne now, huh? Okay.
Are they calling Wayne? What is he gonna hang up
Yeah,
in their
somebody
face?
said when the girls calls Wayne about the contract, why are y'all calling her? Calling him.
He might hang up in their faces.
You know he gonna talk to him and do that double talk, whatever he does, and they're not going to get. You're not going to get an answer out of him. That's for sure. Because Wayne doesn't give answers. He gives
No, he doesn't.
another
No.
skit reviewer called out Amberites today at the beginning of theirs that was not even about Amber. He's obsessed and really sad, but we're used to it. Don't worry,
We don't care.
don't repeat what he says in here. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Diamond, but it does just everybody calls out people who follow who are I'm not gonna say obsessed with Amber who are Amber fans.
Amber fans.
Yeah.
We really don't care what they think because they've got warped minds anyway.
That's why I said earlier about people whose past can never be in their past. Amber is one of those people.
Yeah.
So everybody on whatever they have to say about Amber, they draw it back to something that she did previous.
And
But
yeah, and that's we don't care.
and they used to do the
And
same
they
thing
want us
with
to
Bro.
care. I'm sorry, Miss B, what did you say, dear?
So they used to do the same thing with Roe.
Oh yeah.
That's why Roe was always a 304 in the skits. She stopped
A long time ago.
a long time ago. And it wasn't that she was a 304. The difference between the 304 and somebody's dating somebody is two different things.
There's two different things.
Two different
Exactly.
things.
So as far as them, I don't even care what they say. Most people know not to even bring it up. Because I mean, if people want to go over there and watch them, that's fine. But I honestly don't care. So if I don't see it on the channel, I'm happy because I don't care what they think. Consider the source and the character of the people.
Yeah.
And leave it at that. I mean,
don't worry about it because they're not calling if they're not calling out somebody else for their past.
Then why are they doing it for her?
Yeah.
And then there are also people in our chat family. They really don't want to hear what the very negative content creators have to say. They don't want to hear it. And it triggers a lot of people. They get upset and then they don't want to watch the skits or they don't want to come on. And that's another reason that I do ask, let's not do that because it does affect a lot of people. And there are a few people that have emailed me or whatever. and talked about things that trouble them about what
Mhm.
some of the other creators say. So, I mean, people don't think about their neighbor. They don't think about the fact that they might be affecting a real person with some of the things that they say and do.
Right.
So that's why I try to keep this a free zone, you know, versus a neutral zone. It's a free zone. So we don't have to hear all that.
Michelle said you can get chicken back in the Caribbean store. Yeah, in some
Okay,
places you can still get it in the hood stores in the United States. You can still get it also, because you have to go through certain stores to get certain things. But
mm, okay,
yeah, you don't always see them a lot.
okay.
Yeah, that's Angela Atkins. I wonder the same thing too. She's asking nature. I wonder why they broke up Dalen and Anthony's friendship and put Anthony to worship Wayne basically, because Dalen was his level head
Yeah,
friend that he could go to and get sound advice. But Wayne is not the sound advice at all, and you shouldn't be, and Wayne shouldn't have been the person that he went to for advice, because he was also instrumental in breaking up your marriage.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
that is like, that's wild. That is the person that was instrumental in that, but you always went to them for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go find something to cook for dinner. It is lunchtime and I'm thinking about cooking dinner already.
Okay, yeah, because we're over here talking about fried chicken and
Now I'm
what.
getting hungry. I got to figure out
Yeah.
what to cook though. And pull up Shorty. Yes, that's exactly what happened with Bro. I
Hmm.
agree with you. I mean, I agree with you. I shouldn't say that's what happened because I don't know, but I do agree with you. When they start making it go downhill and their house start going downhill and all that nonsense. Yeah. Okay, everybody. I want to ask you to have a beautiful day. And we'll be back at Wind Down. Hi, Mona. Welcome in.
Mona, except for the
What
little.
is this, Mona? The lawyer didn't drive. No, the lawyer didn't drive, Mona. I agree. But I guess, some of because they're skits, they don't really push the attorneys. It's
Mm-mm.
like they throw it out there, but then they don't do anything with those storylines, especially even with the divorce. It's like it's no big deal. They can still keep writing the storylines.
Right.
It might
And
upset
then
us, but
negotiating with the non-lawyer, which is the other thing.
so anyway,
Yeah.
everybody have a beautiful day. And it's hump day. Miss B, I'm not doing any skit reviews on these. I just don't feel it.
I'll
I mean, I
see.
could. There are some you can do. I just don't feel it.
Yeah, I will see what happens the end of the day and see where everything goes
Yeah, see what falls
before I
out.
do a final skit review on this negotiation for
Do
today,
you think they're
because
going
it
to
goes
bring
up and
anything
down
else?
so quick.
You think they're going to bring anything else today?
I don't know. I see there's one where the girls are calling. They say they're calling. I call them the girls. The podcast five.
Podcast 5.
They're calling because when
Let's
they're
see.
calling Wayne to discuss. Oh, they got Delicia back in the room. So yeah, she was talking. I think she thinks that, well, she's the leader, so
Yeah,
she's
she thinks that
represented.
she's
She's the
got it.
leader, so she thinks he will. What's the name? It's wild, though. That's just one thing. Cause I'll be later. J Diva's storyline about her mother's urn being stolen. I don't know what I was watching yesterday, but it was something, and the man was mad at his wife because she poured his wife's his
Yeah.
mother's ashes in the toilet. It's
Oh
not
my goodness.
funny.
Is that
But
the same one from this morning where the wife gave J Diva a note?
no, this is a totally different. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was a skit or some crime story I was watching or something. But and then this morning when I seen that, I was like, wow. Their
It's madness.
storyline, yeah.
And
Somebody
you know
done
what?
took
They're redoing J Diva's
her
mom's
background.
story again. What are
Mhm.
they waiting for Ty to come back?
I don't know.
I'm trying to understand Mona's comment. It says you can really tell those who will be forever 9 to 5. I could see this for 1 year, but 3 years. Oh, it's diabolical. It was 250,000, not 2.5 million. The
Hmm.
lawyer didn't drive a multi-level deal. That's true. That's true. Okay.
I said, oh, they should have came to the table with the buy-in offer. Yeah, they could have.
That would have been a good idea.
But even still, Wayne would have said no because he doesn't want the
He
that's
doesn't
not
want to
what he
share
wants. He
anything.
doesn't basically he's saying he don't want to share. Period.
Just like he stole Shayla's singer. Just took
Even
her. Took him.
just like Lauren right now is talking about she's not gonna pay the lawyer fee. That's much cheaper than paying 75 to 100,000 because I looked at it as if they could have took him all 50,000 a piece and they could have gave him all of his investment up front and
Yeah,
let
they
that
could
be
have.
their investment because they
That
didn't.
would have been theirs.
Majority of them have 50,000 and quiet as it's kept. Shayla got $50,000 somewhere,
Shayla's not broke. I don't think Shayla's broke for 1 minute.
and
And
if
why is
she
Lauren
don't
still
have it,
sitting there?
and she don't have it, Angelina will loan it to her.
Yes. I don't see why Lauren is still there.
Oh, because she just, she's along for the ride. Yeah, all right. Let me go. So
Okay. Everybody have a great day. We're gonna
all
get out
right,
of here.
everybody. Thanks for having me today.
Of course, Miss B. What would I do without you? I was hoping you were gonna pop up. I checked my messages to see if you
Hey,
sent me a
Skit
text.
Lana. We
Hi,
had a
Skitlana. Good evening, or good morning, I should say. It's morning time.
well, she said he gonna flip just like she told everyone. Well, we hoping that he does. But we've been talking about his non-flipping and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, it's been a morning. Hi, Skitlana. Well, we're gonna pop out, everybody. Have a
All
great
right.
day. Hopefully, you'll be at Wind Down. Miss B, you too.
I might be there. It depends on how tired I am at
I
night.
know, me too. Some days
All
on
right.
Wind Down, I'm going, it's only 7 o'clock here. Why am I sleepy? Why do I want to go lay down? But then once I get started, I'm like lively, lively, lively. And then, you and Stephanie are there. But the family, I mean, I do it by myself all the time too. So
Yeah.
it's
So,
okay because I
yeah,
just like
today's
the
Wednesday.
interaction.
Stephanie will be there. We're gonna be all right.
What's today? Thursday?
This Wednesday.
Oh yeah, she should be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if she's not, I'm fine. She was like, "You do this by yourself all the time." I'm like, "Yeah." Before you started coming on, Miss B.
It's a lot of talking, I tell you, because my
It's a
little
lot of
throat
talking.
was parched on Saturday.
You gotta stay hydrated, everybody.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
guys.
you guys.
Thanks
Miss
for
B,
having
thank
me.
you. Love you.
All right. Love you
Thank
too.
you,
Love you guys.
everybody.
Bye.
And thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.